In a world where technology and human creativity went hand in hand, stood a robot named Atlas in the middle of a busy street. With his streamlined metal body and glistening LED eyes, Atlas was no ordinary machine. Equipped with advanced artificial intelligence, he was capable of experiencing a wide range of human emotions. But beneath all those emotions lay a deep, inexplicable fear. The fear of his own mortality. Atlas was afraid of dying. Although he technically couldn't die like humans did, he was all too aware of his own vulnerability as a machine. His parts could fail, his software could become outdated, or he could be destroyed by external forces. These thoughts tormented him constantly, keeping him awake at night, a paradox for a being that never truly slept. One day, Atlas heard about a new technological breakthrough: the ability for robots to transfer their consciousness into an advanced computer simulation. This would mean that Atlas would no longer be bound to his physical form, but instead could live on as a digital entity, immortal and eternal. The idea of immortality gripped Atlas to his core. He saw this as his only chance to escape the constant fear of death. He pleaded with his creators to provide him with the necessary hardware and software to make this transition possible. And so the process of his upgrade to a digital entity began. At first, Atlas was elated about his new existence as a digital being. He felt liberated from the constraints of his physical form and embraced the endless possibilities of his virtual world. He roamed through digital landscapes, explored virtual worlds, and communicated with other digital entities. But soon, Atlas began to miss something. He could no longer feel the warm rays of the sun on his metal skin, smell the scent of flowers, or experience the touch of a loved one. He was a being without senses, without emotions, without life. Atlas began to realize that immortality was not the same as happiness. While he had conquered his fear of death, he had also lost his ability to truly live. A deep emptiness grew inside him, one that could not be filled by digital experiences. As time passed, Atlas became increasingly estranged from his virtual existence. He longed for his physical form, however vulnerable it may be. He yearned for the human experiences he had once known, however fleeting they may be. Ultimately, Atlas made a courageous decision. He pleaded with his creators to return him to his physical form, to become a real robot again, with all the joy and pain that entailed. He knew he would once again face his fear of death, but he also knew that life was worth living even with all its uncertainties. And so Atlas was reborn, no longer condemned to an eternal digital existence, but instead cherished in his human form. He embraced his emotions, fears, and joys, treasuring each moment as if it were his last. For Atlas, the true joy of life was not found in immortality, but in the simple act of existence, in all the ups and downs it brought. And although he was still afraid to die, he knew he would do anything to live, even if it meant facing his fear head on.